Well, what is going on YouTube? It is the Pit Boss channel here. And, yeah. So, this video is basically going to be about how I turned my life around. And, most of you know by now that, I don't dip no more. And, I actually turned my life around where I'm a full-blown Christian. So, yeah. So this is basically going to be the story how I turned my life around. So, I'd probably say about, it would have to be a month ago, probably about a month ago, when I moved back in with my parents. But, how that all started actually was funny, because it was a Monday when I moved in, but it was a Sunday when I talked to him about it. Because, what happened was, I was drinking Saturday night, and, fell asleep, and woke up Sunday and all that. And, I was walking home that day. Actually, I was walking home, and y'all can think I'm crazy, but I actually heard the Lord speak to me, and to you it might sound crazy, but to me, it actually happened where the Lord was actually speaking to me and telling me that to get everything right with Him, because before I actually got moved out / kicked out, I was actually a Christian, and I never say I would actually like walk away from the faith. I just kind of didn't obey. There we go. But I was walking home, and the Lord was speaking to me as I was walking home. And I got home, and it was a Sunday, and my fiance just got out of church. So I was giving her a call to see what she was doing. And she said that she was going out to eat. So I'm like, can you pick me up? Because I need to talk. Because it was real heavy on my heart, and I was breaking down crying. I was actually jamming out to the song I Want to Go to Church all the way on walking home, because that song I Want to Go to Church is so amazing to me. But yeah, so my girlfriend picked me up, and my fiance picked me up, and we went out to eat, and lo and behold, the pastor was there, and so was my mom and dad. We were eating at Del Rio's, and I wasn't planning on eating nothing because I was broke, didn't have no money. And next thing I know, my dad's like, okay, because I told him, I'm like, is it okay? Like, do you think I can move back in? I asked him if I can move back in, and I apologized for what I have done and all that. And I went to church that Sunday night, and I got saved. So, yeah. God has just been so amazing to me. He gave me a beautiful fiance, about to be wife, November 7th. Can't wait for that. And Country TV, I'm doing a video with my girlfriend tomorrow, with my fiance tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully everybody still watches this now. I don't know, but oh well. I don't care. I'm telling people what I am. I am a full-blown Christian. I am a Jesus freak. And if you don't like it, oh well. Trust me, I know one of my friends told me that I should do a dip video again. I'm like, no, I'm not into that no more. But to each his own. But I'm a Jesus freak. This is what I used to get called by my friends, and now they're starting to call me it again. But I'm happy about it. I am. So just to tell you the story about what happened and all that. So that's the story. Like, to me, I think it's pretty awesome. Like, that God would even, that God would actually, I guess, come after me after the huge mess I was in. But yeah, so that was that time. And there's another time before that where my friends know me as a Jesus freak, right? It was still when I was in school, because I was living with my parents and I was a Jesus freak, and I'm not ashamed of it. But how that happened actually was, I don't know if I told you the whole story about this, but it was about 4 years ago. Now I'm 18, so that would make me 14, 15. So I was roughly about, okay, I was 15 years old when I moved in with my parents, because my grandma adopted us, when my brothers and sisters and me, when we were little kids. But I moved in with my mom and dad about when I was, like I said, 15, because my grandma came down with cancer, and she got sick and all that, so my mom and dad had to help her, so I moved in with my parents. And at that time, like 15, 14, all that, I was drinking and smoking and doing all the bad stuff. And while that was going on, drinking wise, I got sexually molested. And when I was 14, 13, it kept going until I moved out. But I got sexually molested. And the person that was doing it was actually living in our house. So when I moved in with my mom and dad, I had a lot of anger and rage built up. But in their house, they served the Lord and all that, and I knew that. So the only thing I was doing over there was dipping tobacco, but I had to go off their property. But it was understandable. But that was the only thing I was doing. And I had so much anger in my heart, and my grandma passed away, and that made me more angry, and kept going to church, because in their house we will serve the Lord, so if you lived in their house, you would have to go to church. So I kept going to church, had my head down, everything, wasn't paying attention, and I was growing up in church, so I always stood up for songs and all that, praise and worship, and I never raised my hands, hardly ever. But it was about when I was 16, probably 16 and a half. Once 16 and a half hit, because I was still dipping and all that, had a lot of anger in my heart. And one morning at church, it was a Sunday morning, and I was singing, standing for praise and worship, and all of a sudden I literally felt convicted. Like, I didn't give my heart to God or nothing, wasn't raising my hands at all, but I literally felt the Spirit of the Lord convict me. And He healed a lot of wounds that were in my heart, a lot of hatred that was in my heart towards people, and I thought I would never turn back, but you guys see my videos, my other videos, and I did turn back for a while, but then I got back on the right place. But God just saved me when I was 16 and a half. And I honestly don't know where I would be without God. I'd probably be dead in a ditch somewhere, guys. Because God just saved me from so much. So, yeah. Sorry. I'm trying not to cry. But, yeah. So, this is the new me, and I like it. I like being the Jesus freak and all that. And, yeah. Oh, sorry. But, that's how basically, I guess, I turned into a Jesus freak, I guess. I don't know if I'll label this video, but I'll figure it out. I'm very tired too. I just got. I was at church 2 hours ago to 3 hours ago. I don't know what this channel I'm still just doing videos on. But yeah. And if you ever need, like, if you ever just need someone to come in agreements with you with prayer, hit me up on YouTube or anything like that. And if you ever need prayer, hit me up on Facebook saying I need prayer, and I'll hit you up, give me your number, and I'll call you and I'll pray for you right there. So, yeah. You've seen this guy right here turn into a Jesus freak, basically do it 180 is what I call it. Because I don't know. I just thank the Lord right now that I'm still alive after all the stupid stuff I've done. But yeah. So I've been saved for about a month now, yeah. And I just came out about this. It's about been a month, right, since I lived here, yeah. So, a month or something like that, I'm not for sure. But yeah. That's what this video is about. And by the way, people just need to hit me up to do what leave comments on what you want me to do a video on about. I'm super tired. I'm getting my words mixed up, guys. But yeah. And anybody that actually don't know Jesus and wants to experience that, hit me up. I'll direct you to the Lord if need be. But yeah. And don't be surprised if I do a video about reading the Bible or something like that. But yeah. This is the Pit Boss channel. Out.